Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to Mumu Outdoors. Today I'm going to show you guys how to change the netting on the crab hoop net. So as you can see right there, I had to do an emergency repair on the water because I had a big hole on my hoop net. Actually, this one was the one that was in better shape. My other one, it was totally torn out. So this is a Danielson deluxe hoop net. I think I used this the longest. I think this is the very first hoop net I got. So with this guy, I already removed all the netting, and I'm gonna do the same thing with this guy as well. And also, I recently bought a new hoop net because I lost one last time. I was pulling it up and then the rope just snapped. I bought this guy because it was locally available. This one looks almost identical to the Promar ambush hoop net, the 32-incher 5-pounder. Almost identical. The height is a little bit higher, half an inch higher, and there's no bait pocket in the center like the Promar. It was definitely cheaper. I think I paid $60 at the Fruit Ridge bait and tackle. So I'll be using this for a while and let you guys know what I think of it. But between Danielson and the Promar, I prefer the Promar because of this ring in the bottom here. Kind of weighs it down a little bit. You actually have a little more volume, whereas Danielson, it doesn't really sag down much, so it feels like there's a less volume on the Danielson. And you can see all the coating is coming off here. I probably used this a couple years more than the Promar. And I also had to replace the net once before, not this guy, one that I lost. But the netting seems to be in very good shape with this Promar. The other Promar, there were some rips because of the sea lion. I also did an emergency repair on the water with the zip tie with this guy too. So I'm just gonna repair the netting for this guy, but these two guys, I'm gonna completely replace the netting itself. So for the netting, I got this guy right here. So dimension is, this one is 31.5 inch in diameter and is a 43.5 inch depth. So I was gonna use a Promar replacement netting. However, the only place I could find was the Promar website, but I wasn't gonna get it in time to make this video. So I decided to buy a different one from Amazon. And the reason why I decided to go with this netting is because I've used this netting before. I replaced one of my landing netting with the same netting. So obviously this netting is smaller than this guy. I really like the quality of this, so I decided to use it for the hoop net. If you get the Promar one, I think the Promar dimension is 32 inch by 40. So this is like a half an inch narrower, but it's like 3.5 inches deeper. But the Promar one, 32 by 40, that fits both 32 inch hoop net up to 36 inch hoop net. So this will be just fine. I guess there are many different ways to put the netting on the hoop net, but when I did it last time, I was following the Promar video. As you can see on top, there are these loops right here. They're going to be tying it onto the upper ring. The last time I did it, I basically zip tie every loop onto the ring. And there was the instruction provided by the Promar. But my buddy Tui, Fishing 24/7, showed me a different way. He actually has a video on how to build a hoop net from scratch using the rebar and welding it. So if you are interested in that, I'll leave the video link in description. So instead of using a 49 zip ties to secure the hoop net, I'm going to be using a thin rope. This is a 1/8 of an inch thickness. So you're going to go about 10 feet of rope. For this netting, there are a total of 49 loops on top. And with this hoop net, the Danielson, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars. That means you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. I'm going to be spreading them out evenly. So every section will have 10, except for the last one will have 9, because there are 49 loops. But if you were to do it with the ProMart, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 the vertical bars. So 6 different sections. So you have to divide it 49 into 6. So you got about 10 foot of line here. So we're gonna fold it up, double it up, and find a halfway point. And I'm gonna tie a overhead knot at that halfway point to make this process a little bit easier. Just like so. That way you don't have to feed such a long line through. You only do the halfway, going different directions. Yeah, basically that's the easier way. Otherwise you have a long line that you're gonna have to feed through. So every loop, you're gonna wrap the line like so. The first one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So up to here. So you're just gonna wrap the line going through every loop of the top of the net. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So after that, I'm just gonna kind of spread them out evenly, and I will continue on. So another 10 wraps here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. Spread them out evenly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm stopping at 6, and I'm gonna tie a knot here just to hold everything in place. And using the other half of the rope, I'm gonna go this direction. So I'm going to untie my overhead knot that I made earlier here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, and untie the knot that I made earlier. I'm gonna go through this once, and from here I'm just gonna make a knot. Pull all the netting down and evenly spread apart the loops. And make this a little bit tighter. Make the wrap a little bit tighter. It's nice and tight, evenly distributed. And I'm gonna make a overhead knot. Gonna make a double overhead knot. Pull it on tight. And so I have 2 tag ends here. after double overhead knot, I'm gonna cut the line over here, but zip tie on this tag end on the ring so it doesn't become unravel. Okay, so the top portion is done. I'm gonna do the same thing on the bottom ring as well. I wanna do that to keep the netting nice and taut so that the crab will have easier time climbing on. So I'm just grabbing the netting here and pulling it towards the center so make it nice and tight. And I'm going to repeat the process just like earlier. With this one, I don't know, I'll probably need a much longer line. So alright, done with the bottom. Again, tied a double overhead knot, and I'm going to be zip tying on the tag end right here. So because of the depth of the net is a little bit deeper on this one than Promar, so you can see you have a lot of room down here. So I do want some extra room so I can stack two together flat like a Promar, whereas before didn't quite stack completely flushed before. Looks like I have a little bit too much with this netting, so I'm just gonna tie a knot here like so, and yep, there you go. Yeah, so it was pretty easy. I definitely like this method better than the zip tie. Very sturdy, nice and taut on the top. I really like the netting too. Very strong. That's it for today. If you have any questions, please comment down below. And as always, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more and go outside and enjoy the outdoors.